Oh my, we've got alligators in the swamplands. Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie here with Open World Games, and we are playing Mafia 3 today. Now, I had a special opportunity recently. I was flown out to New Orleans to check out the game and play the heck out of it. Special thanks to 2K Games for doing that for me. It means the world. They paid for the full trip, the hotel, and everything. I even got to tour the swamplands, hold a baby alligator. I mean, come on, it was a ton of fun. And of course, bring you guys exclusive gameplay of Mafia 3. We're going to check it out. We're going to see all sorts of carnage and chaos. As you can see right now, the cops in this game are extremely intense. But yeah, in this video, we're going to be doing full-blown free roaming of the map. There are going to be no story spoilers here at all. Do not worry. You do not need to turn away from this live stream. I will not be spoiling the story. I may be talking briefly about general details about the story, but you do not need to worry about spoilers. But yeah, you can see this game is absolutely gorgeous. I had a ton of fun playing it, and I'm so glad to be bringing you guys this gameplay. But yes, guys, I want to give you some shout-outs here in the live stream comments. I see you all. We've got Young Knight, Sunny Black, Charlie Young, Winston Lamont, Shadow Gaming HD, and so many other awesome mobsters in the chat. But yes, we will also be taking a look at some of the stealth elements and the full-blown day and night cycle. Plus, there is quite the extensive weather system as well. But this is really cool. This is a really neat mechanic right here that I didn't really get to try. This is B-roll footage that was provided to me by 2K Games, but basically, you could shoot out the tires of anyone you are chasing, and this poor witness is running to the phones. You got to get to them and shoot those poor fools. But I hope the live stream quality is good for you guys. But hello, everyone in the chat. I see you all. So good to have you in the chat, my fellow open world gamers and mobsters. But again, yes, the nighttime is absolutely stunning. Alright, so what we are going to do here is explore the world here in just a moment. But the gist of the story here is you will be playing as Vietnam veteran Lincoln Clay. Look at this, guys, right here. This is absolutely amazing. We see the roller coaster in the distance. There's a variety of landscape in this game, of course. You've got 10 districts to explore. Some are more urbanized. You've got the French Ward, which is like stepping back into time. And then you've got the downtown area. But right now, what we are going to do is commence, officially, the free roam exploration. This is going to be uncut gameplay, so you guys can get an idea of how big the map is. So I set a waypoint here. We're going to begin in just a moment. But right now, we are in the south area of the map. I see you all in the comments. Hey, H Jr., what's up, man? Young Knight, do cars blow up like the demo? Kind of. Not too much. Okay, so here we go. This is where we're going to begin. We're going to go to the east, and we're going to stay south in the bayou. So let's begin exploring the full map, guys. Who is hyped for this? If you are hyped for this, hit that like button, share this live stream. Let everyone know that Mafia 3 is here. And by the way, the release date is October 7th. Coming to PS4, Xbox One, and of course PC. And if you're wondering, if you're scratching your head, what platform am I playing on? I'm actually playing on a very high-end PC on this one, so that is really cool. Alright, so here we go. Exploring the lands. Yeah, it is absolutely a gorgeous game, and what's really cool about this free roam is you will get to see the transition into full-blown nighttime in just a moment. They did such a good job with the day and night cycle with this one. And of course the swamplands. You know, when I was over in New Orleans, I got to actually ride a boat and take a tour with other media and just have a ton of fun doing that. I got to hold a baby alligator, like I said before. We got to see the tour guide feed an alligator right there. I mean, you see it on TV, but when you see it in person, you're like, holy crap, this dude is absolutely crazy. Let's see here. Shadow Gaming HD asks, are you playing at your house? I wish I was playing at my house. I wish I had a copy here. But we're going to also set the waypoint here now to the north. As you can see, the map is pretty big. We've made our way through the swampland, so now we're going to start heading north here and get an idea of how big this map is. And, you know, GTA 5 is, I think it took about 10 minutes roughly in GTA 5 to explore the full circumference of the map just like this. So we're going to see how this actually compares to GTA 5. And by the way, this is one of the fastest cars in the game. I think this might be, I'm guessing here, a late game progression reward from Burke, who is one of the lieutenants that gives you access to cars and car upgrades. And yes, there are 3 lieutenants in this game. I'm going to be posting videos, by the way, all day about Mafia 3. So subscribe if you are wanting videos for Mafia 3. You are going to be seeing free roam gameplay. You're going to be seeing an extensive breakdown of the game's mechanics. But right now, I'm just going to chill with you guys, take your questions. Yes, BGLN Z99 says, the driving seems pretty good as well. Yes, this car is amazing. And all the cars have different handling characteristics. Of course, you've got muscle cars that are more weighty, and you can really take the corners and slide around, but this one handles very well. But watch this in just a moment. I remember this moment. This is... Holy crap! They got pwned, guys. They just went flying over the bridge. Basically, retaliations are when your rival mobsters send out a crew to kill you because you are a pain in the butt. They want you gone from New Bordeaux. You are basically a nuisance to them, and they send out these retaliation squads, I guess you could call them, to try to kill you. Shadow Gaming HD, I did record this in New Orleans just recently, and I'm bringing you guys some gameplay, and I did want to do it live because I love live streams and communicating with you guys. Taff asks, is there speed limits in this game? Excuse me. I think that was something in Mafia 2, if I remember correctly. But no, there's not really any speed limits. I'm able to actually speed right on by police if I wanted to. It's a little bit more forgiving than Mafia 2. There's a cop right there. And man, they are racist, I am telling you. Alright, so we have explored north. We're going to head west now and check out these districts. Again, there are 10 districts. Some are more urbanized, some are more industrial. As you can see, this is more of an industrial district. Very realistic looking, for sure. Put some music. We cannot show, I can't play music for you guys, but I can talk about the soundtrack. Give me one moment, I want to check the live stream. Cop right there. And man, they are racist. Okay, good. Live stream is good, but yeah, I cannot play music for you guys. I'm really sorry about that, because copyright strike. I'll get a copyright strike. Instant ban. So, but the music is absolutely amazing, and what's cool, during my time with Mafia 3, I got to play about the first 4 hours of the story, and the music really flows with what is going on screen at all times. So they have the soundtrack that is pieced together to the narrative, much like a movie, and I think you guys will absolutely love that for sure. So let's see what other questions we have. Nobody asks the most important question that's on anyone's mind if you are an open world gamer. Is there a dynamic weather system and day and night cycle? Good question. Yes, there is. As you can see, it is now nighttime seamlessly. Beautiful nighttime, by the way. And yes, rain will roll in. I did not see lightning or storms. I didn't get to experience that, so I will see. Yeah, Supermon says the cops are racist. Yes, you play as Lincoln Clay. This is during a time where racial tension was a very real thing. And you had to deal with that. So you'll be walking around a park, for instance. And just walking around the park will get you in trouble because it's like a white park. And they want you out of there. Hey Garza, what's up, man? I see you there. Armin says, are you playing on console or PC? This is actually on a high-end PC. I'm using the Xbox One controller, though. Alright, so we've explored that area, and you're probably wondering, why are some areas of the map green? Well, those are conquered districts. This is actually, I think, 12 to 15 hours into the game. That's one of the 2K representatives told me. Man, I'm really going off the beaten path here. What in the world is wrong with me? Nero JKL says, how is the car damage? There isn't much car damage. There is some, but it's not too hardcore. They really wanted to keep it lighthearted and accessible and not too hard. Actually, you know what? I failed to mention this. This is very neat. Mafia 3 has 2 different driving styles that you can actually set in the options menu, and they include the default arcade driving style and then simulation. I'm actually playing the simulation driving style because I felt like it felt better, and I enjoyed it a lot more. It felt like more realistic to me. So what are you doing the whole live stream? Are you driving around? No, I'm not going to just drive around during the whole live stream. Right now we are just taking a look at the map size. How does it compare to other games so that you guys can see how large the map actually is compared to games like GTA 5. It takes around, let me think here, 10 minutes or so to explore GTA 5 on a high-powered motorcycle or vehicle like this. And this is the fastest car I could find in the game for you guys. So there it is. I have gone around the full map here, guys. And it took, I think, let's see, I think it took about roughly 9 minutes or something like that. So it's right on the level about GTA 5. Tom Z Gaming says, so there's the map, guys. Here's some of the map for you, so you could check it out as to what I have actually explored here. But Tom CZ Gaming says, so it's not realistic. It's not a driving model that is going to be a pain in the butt to get into. You don't want something that's super realistic, of course, but the simulation mode is definitely for those that want something more realistic, I guess you would say, and it feels great. But you can see here all of the missions that you can actually undertake in Mafia 3. Again, this is a little bit later in the game. They've set it up so I could take over some of the districts, and there's quite a bit to do. Now, the missions and the districts are actually separated into themes, like you've got sex, the union, and then, what else? What was the other one? There's something else. I've got notes here for you guys, so we're going to go over that. Yeah, and drugs. So you'll be taking on this rival group here, this rival mobster group here. And here we go, guys. So on-foot action. This is what you were requesting. This is the interiors, and again, there's going to be no story spoilers. You do not need to worry. I'm just free roaming. I wanted to show you this interior because I was like, this is freaking amazing. I mean, look at the detail. I mean, just stare at it, guys. Hangar 13 is the developer on this. They really pulled off quite something, in my opinion, especially on foot. Yes, there are some pop-ins when you are driving around top speed in the game world. I guess that's to be expected in an open world, but when you are on foot, it looks amazing. All right, so what's going on right now? Basically, I'm calling in a car, and this is free of charge. This comes from Burke, I believe, one of the lieutenants in the game. There are 3 lieutenants in the game. Supa asks, are there planes in the game? No, there are not planes from what I saw in the game, but there are boats. Airboats, and you could really explore the rivers and the swampland. So I got my muscle car here. This thing is badass, let me tell you that. And look at the rear view mirror. This is one thing I really do like about this game. It's very easy to keep track of anyone that's trying to kill you, which is extremely important to a mobster. Mr. Tarak asks a very important question. Are there hookers in the game? There are prostitution rings in the game, so you have to deal with that. Don't know if you could do anything more extensive with that. Didn't try it. But there are also Playboy magazines and stuff that you can collect. There's a bunch of collectibles. So we're going to church today. No, but what we're going to do is I'm just free roaming right now and goofing off. Any red dot on the map is going to die. So yes, we are going to get into a fight. That is your request, guys. So let's do this. Nero JKL, can you save cars from the street as your own? I didn't see that that was possible. They didn't really tell me that, but post-launch we will be getting car customization for free. We will also be getting races as well. And I am exploring here. Stealth is a big part of this game, by the way. You better believe it, because ammunition is kind of scarce, at least when I was playing, and you really don't want to spend too much. Now, she is being pretty stupid. She's trying to call the cops. I'm like, I'm not having any of that. And what are you doing? Are you serious? Fool. Go to sleep. Shh. Go to sleep. And no, Indigo, we're not going to church, but we're going to cause some carnage today. So here we go. These guys are completely oblivious right now to my presence. So this is how the stealth mechanics work in this game. You could really sneak up on them, clear out some enemies here. Snap his neck. Snap. A little bit of a chiropractic adjustment there. We're going to take cover. Let's see what he's up to. Now, interrogations are a very important part of the game as well. It reveals key information about what is going on in the game world, and it's completely open world. Like I'm telling you, the mission structure really favors open world gameplay. You could just do anything you want to. It reminds me a lot of Godfather, the game. I don't know if any of you have played that one, but it is absolutely one of my favorite open world games. And this one is quickly becoming one of my favorites, and I cannot wait for it to release. Alright, so we're going to interrogate this guy. I'm not going to do any story spoilers here, so we're going to skip that. And we have the option of killing him or recruiting him. But you know what? Goodbye and good night forever. We're actually going to kill him. Because, yeah. We don't want him as part of our group, and he was kind of expensive. You'll notice in the top left of the screen, as we get kills, you'll see the damage remaining going down. So our goal is to get that to 0. Once that hits 0, we can actually confront the mob boss of the district and take him on. Once we defeat the mob boss of the district, we assign a new lieutenant of that district to take over, and that's going to be either Vito, Cassandra, or Burke. Of course, we're going to be choosing Vito. I mean, come on, why wouldn't you choose Vito? Because he is the star character from Mafia 2, you may remember. Taft says The Godfather 2 was the best. It was a good game. This has a lot of mechanics from The Godfather. In fact, you can call your own hit squads in, which I believe we will be seeing in this gameplay. Now, the cops are on to me. This is going to go all sorts of bad, trust me. I got into this car thinking that it was in good shape. It is not in good shape, guys, at all. Because, yeah, the tires are flat. Oh, crap. So I cannot get the top speed, and I'm in a white neighborhood, and of course the character here is black, and the cops are extremely racist in this neighborhood. They don't even want you walking around this neighborhood. They will tell you to leave. It's very interesting playing from this perspective. It's completely new. I've never seen a game take on this subject matter. I actually think it's very brave of Hangar 13 to do that and showcase that. But yeah, I'm going to try to fight these dudes. It's not going to go well, guys. If you guys are enjoying the coverage, go ahead and smack that like button. Let people know about the live stream. That we are celebrating the arrival of Mafia 3 October 7th on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be sick, guys. Cannot freaking wait. But yes, I'm getting shot, and I am dead. Now, what I should have done is I really should have armored up. You can call in a mobile weapons dealer who will provide you with body armor, and that helps out a lot. So that's one of my big mistakes there. But let's go and check out some of the boat action here. We're going to explore some of the bayou and the swamplands. And as you can see, it's quite extensive. Now, this is usually an area of the game that I kind of ignore, the water and the boats, because it's not that extensive, but the waterways actually go into the city, and you can actually stay on the boat to get to waypoints, which is nice. That's not usually the case for a lot of games. Nobody has a good question. And I know it's probably on your mind. What about multiplayer? Well, Hangar 13 wanted to make a really, really good game, so they focus 100% on single player. Let's see here. Supermon says, hello, how is the character customization? Well, that is going to be coming for free. Basically, when the game releases, it's not available in this demonstration, but we will be seeing where you can switch outfits and that sort of thing. Here comes the crab. Come on, little crab. Holy crap! This thing is hungry. Holy moly. So we're going to try to get back up on our boat here. We're taking some damage, and I've heard rumors that it could be possible, might be possible, that you could feed bodies to the alligators. I'm not too sure if that's 100% true. Pow! Right in your face. Man, Panda's going to be all over this video. Shut down this video now. Animal cruelty. Dang it. Ooh, Koshiro asks, is there lockpicking in the game? You will be seeing lockpicking in this game. Down the road. Hell yeah. It's going to be awesome. So, and you know, one thing I noticed about the game when I was playing it is the frame rate is very, very smooth. I don't know if it was running at 60 frames per second, but this is not recorded at 60 frames per second. It runs at above 30 frames guaranteed, and it pretty much stays there at all times. Gregor says GTA killer. You never know. You never know. I'm really excited about the post launch content because they've got some major plans with that. They're going to be releasing 3 story expansions. One of them sounds extremely fascinating to me. It deals with his Vietnam days. A fellow buddy, a fellow Vietnam veteran returns to New Bordeaux, and he causes all sorts of trouble. It kind of sounds like Rambo, but with a mix of Mafia tales in there. I love how they have blended that with the Mafia theme. Ooh, we've got some airboats. This is something I didn't get to try, but I'm sure that they are much faster than what I'm actually handling right now. We're going to go underneath this bridge right now. Ian Spencer says, good variety of weaponry. And question mark, yes, I'm going to be showing some of the weapons. Definitely my favorite weapon so far is the grease gun. The Tommy gun, the Thompson, I should say, was a little bit weak. I was like, what? The Thompson is a little bit weak. How is that possible? But wow, thank you all so much for joining the live stream. I see we are at 1,000 people in the live stream already. That is mind-blowing, guys. That is crazy. Thank you guys so much for joining the live stream. If you are enjoying this coverage of Mafia 3, go ahead and smack that like button. Let people know that I am live right now in Mafia 3, showing it off for you guys. Very exciting indeed. But right now we're exploring the swamplands. That's what we're doing. There's going to be no story spoilers for anyone that just hopped in. And I'm explaining a bit of the mechanics of the game. But subscribe here to Open World Games because I'm going to be releasing tons of Mafia 3 videos that are pretty exclusive. They're going to be showing off a lot of the side activities, free roam mechanics, and I am going to be giving more of a, you know, brief overview, 10-minute or 20-minute overview of the game in great detail. So if you missed the live stream, like this is a 2-hour live stream, I will have that all condensed down for you guys, and you'll be able to get that information without me being interrupted by comments. But I love your comments. Let's see here. Who else is in the chat? Welcome, Flan Alphamy. Alex, welcome aboard. Alex says, do we get to play as Vito's character? I don't think we will be playing with Vito's character, but he is a very integral part to the game. And right now what I'm doing is I'm extremely curious about this boat in the bayou. I want to see if I can actually access these missions in Fresco Fields from the boat. I find that extremely important. They've made it to where you can really get inland here. You don't just stay on the circumference of, I guess you would say, the New Orleans Island. That's what I'm going to go with. But yeah, you can directly access the city. You're going to see some cool stuff. We're going to go under tunnels here in just a moment. And I know a lot of you want on-foot action. Do not worry. there will be on-foot action for sure. Matt Daniel C says, is this the PC version? Yes, it is, and if you're wondering what versions I actually got to see from Mafia 3, I did get to see the PS4 version, and then the PC version. The Xbox One version was absent. But I do have Xbox One gameplay I will be showing you guys. I think that will be later in the video, so you will be seeing all the versions in this live stream. Gasp. Yes, Daniel, there are no planes, but man, look at the boats. We've got this amazing tunnel we can go under. If there's some missions that you can access in the tunnels, and some mobsters that are lingering as well. I'm wondering if there's boats that can actually chase you into these tunnels. I'm crossing my fingers that that might be possible, and I'm hoping that there's some awesome story missions that really take place in these tunnels. I'm going to guess there are going to be. Armin says he has to leave. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Yes, Walking Mike, it is so weird that there is a rear view mirror on the boat. I mean, where is it? What in the world? It's like I'm still in the car. But hey, it's nice. It's really nice to have. Dippy Tech, will there be mod support? They haven't really talked about that. I don't believe that there will be mod support, but I could be wrong. That would actually be pretty neat. But there is going to be extensive DLC in the forms of free content, and of course the Season Pass, which is going to offer 3 big expansions. And I mentioned that one of the expansions is going to be about your buddy returning from Vietnam. And another one is actually going to be racing-centric, where you take on a corrupt sheriff. Ooh, what do we have here? Yes, you can collect Playboys. They are hidden throughout the world. Oh boy. You'll see I'm using my vision. There's a term for the vision. I can't remember what it is called. But basically, there's actually story reasons for the vision. It comes from his time in the Vietnam War, and he learned a combat-type vision, I guess you would say. So, the release date is October 7th, coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So guys, circle that on your calendar. It's going to be quite the celebration. They have been working their butts off over at Hangar 13 on this game, and it really, really does show. Stephen Flynn says, please give a shout out to us UK guys. Hello everyone in the United Kingdom. What's up everyone? Nico, are there going to be a lot of activities? Yes. Of course, there's going to be a ton to do in this game. We saw some of the map earlier, but you can expect interrogations, assassinations, rescue missions, dynamic missions like following and interrogating targets, and so much more. I actually was following some dude in some of my recordings, but I'm like, I don't know how long he's going to be going around the game world. It could be an hour. It could be anything. But here is some on-foot action. As you can see, just how beautiful the game world is. I mean, it is so impressive. And oh, my bad, I slipped. So yeah, you could punch civilians in this one. It's not like Assassin's Creed or something where you have no freedom. You could just go crazy on every civilian in the city. But yeah, it is such a beautiful looking game. Look at this. Not all of the interiors are accessible, of course. They've got some like set piece moments that you can really get into. You know, they were kind of worried that people would think that the Mafia 2 set piece moments would disappear. You know, if you're a fan of Mafia 2 and you loved those amazing scenarios, they are back big time. I played several of them, and yeah, they have pulled off something amazing, guys, with this one. Thomas Boone, here's the question again. Is there dynamic weather? Yes. We have seen nighttime so far. We have seen some daytime. I think we've seen some evening. I don't know if we've seen rain, maybe a little bit, but I just called in an armored vehicle here, which is going to be great for surviving, I think, in Fresco Fields. You'll see some action in there. It gets, guys, absolutely crazy. The cops up north are completely racist, so, jeez, what in the world? Scott Black says, can you purchase property? I don't believe so, but there are safe houses in the game, so that's kind of purchasing property, except you kill everyone to get to it. So the way that works is you basically take over a district, and once you take over that district, you gain access to the safe house. Alright, we're going to do a random mission right now, guys. We're going to kill the Southern Union enforcers and damage this district a little bit more. Toshiro, can you pay off the cops, he asks. Very good question. I don't believe so. I don't think so. I didn't experience that in the demonstration, but you can call in wiretaps. You can basically, I guess you could say, hack the phones to disable them. And that is your connection to your CIA buddy, your CIA handler, who can help you do that and shut down the phone so no one can call on you. So that's one way you can lower the heat on you before undertaking a mission, which, by the way, I should have done. I failed at that several times. I was like, what am I doing? Why am I not calling in some support more often? There's several different forms of support. This dude, night. Go to sleep. So we're going to take care of him. But yeah, there are several different types of support you can call in, and this guy is also going to go to sleep. Alright, here's the AK-47. But I call in a kill squad eventually. They're going to provide some much-needed support, but you will see that that does not go well. Now, we're being notified that brutal takedowns do exist in Mafia 3. And basically, you can shoot people extremely violently in the face. You could do all sorts of crazy, brutal takedowns, and it's pretty gruesome for sure. They're like the highlight of the game and the combat. So I'm the type of player that's like, no, I'm not going to snipe. I'm going to get up close and personal as many times as possible. Oh, and one thing I noticed that's really neat about this game is you could basically shoot your enemy like this, for example, soften them up, and basically do a football tackle when they are softened up. It's so freaking awesome looking. K-Siri 0318 says, can you rob a store? Yes, you can. You will see that later. There are some racist store owners. If you walk into a store in this game, they will shut down the register and say, hey, you've got to leave. This is for white customers only. I'm like, what the hell, dude? And I just whack them in the face and take all their freaking money. I mean, jeez. What is wrong with New Bordeaux? Okay, so you're seeing the weapon wheel here. This is your support that you can call in from your lieutenants that you currently have. And she is running to call the cops. Don't you do it. Basically, this just causes a chain of events where witness after witness is trying to get to the payphone. It's not working out for them at all. Let's see. Yes, that was sad, Dead Rose. Joe did die in the last game. Or did he? No one knows what happened to him. Really. But yeah, here are the weapons you guys were asking about. Hey, Robbie, is there good weapon variety in this game? Yes, there is. And guess what? You can actually upgrade your weapons as well. I prefer the grease gun. I went with the grease gun, and guys, I fell in love with the sound of it. It was extremely powerful. Crazy powerful. We will be seeing some footage of that. The Czech version. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, see how you can upgrade your shotgun reload speed, the accuracy, the damage. There are handguns. Now the special weapons, I was like, I gotta try these, but in the demonstration they were locked. So I was like, dang it, I want to try this rocket launcher. So there are several different types of heavy weapons in the game, but I don't think they've overdone it with the heavy weapons. I'm glad, because if they did, it would absolutely suck. I really like how they kind of keep it to, you know, guns. It's not too absolutely crazy. This game is more grounded in realism than other open world games. That's something I really admire about it. Everything you do in this game is tied down to the story. It's very open world. All the side activities make sense. They gel well into the narrative. It's not like you're going to go out and ride a dragon or something crazy and do something really stupid. You can get crazy with this game. There's stunts you could do, mind you. You're going to have absolutely a blast, but it's more within the narrative, which I personally prefer. I like games where everything kind of makes sense. Of course, you can goof off as much as you want, which we are going to do right now. We're going to explore the city at nighttime because I'm like, hey guys, you really haven't seen the beauty of the city at nighttime. And New Orleans really comes to life at nighttime. And we will be also, I think, seeing some weather eventually in this live stream. All of it is dynamic. Ghost Rider, I did open up the map. Here's the map for you guys. As you can see, it's pretty big, and I did do a full-blown free roam exploration of it previously. Now, if you did miss that, don't panic. I will be archiving this live stream and also posting videos throughout the day, like constantly. It will be tons of coverage of Mafia 3. You're going to be seeing full-blown free roam action. I'm going to be comparing the map to GTA 5. I'm going to be giving my full-blown review and impressions in a more condensed video. So subscribe to Open World Games here on YouTube if you're wanting to be notified about that. Mr. Hop-Pot, I believe it is. How's the driving? Well, this car is a little bit slower and it's a little bit weightier than the car I had previously. As you can see, it has a rear end that wants to kind of spin out, but it's not too over-exaggerated. I am playing on simulation driving mode, as there are two different driving modes in this game. And I prefer simulation. It's more realistic. So, here we go. And this car's a little bit slower than the other one. I'm like, dang it. I want my high-end car back. Shoot. But yeah, you can just see how the city just lights up at nighttime. Absolutely beautiful and breathtaking. I'm going to take these corners. Let's see. Eric says, does the game force you to favor a lieutenant to have more territory than the other two, or can you choose to give them all a fair amount of territory so you don't lose anyone's trust? So that's going to be the big thing that you have to juggle in this game. You can really piss off your lieutenants. So there's 3 lieutenants if you didn't know. There's Cassandra, Burke, and then Vito. So if you give all of the territory to Vito, of course you're going to lose the respect of your other lieutenants. So I would think that you would want to balance it out. But if you don't give Vito the district, you will not progress in his perk tree. So you're going to have to look at the perk tree and say, hey, do I want access to his weapons? What does Vito give me down the road that I really need? And I think that's going to be the driving force for a lot of your decisions in the game. And they are going to make it tough because Burke, he actually deals with the cars and a lot of that type of thing. So I think a lot of us will want to invest in a wide variety of lieutenants. But no matter what, I think they're going to be promoting replayability with this game. Simply because you're going to piss someone off, you're going to lose the perk tree, and then you're going to want to go back and play the game again to gain access to whatever you couldn't previously. Mike Ivyloft says, is there a possibility to whack Vito? Man, you went dark quickly. Why do you want to kill Vito? What is wrong with you? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Dang, that would suck if Vito dies in this. Oh, tears. But right here, we are in Frisco Fields and investigating this. It says, raid the Southern Union gatherings. We've got 90,000 damage to do to these fools. But I've got my gun out. That was kind of a mistake. A witness is calling the cops. And I didn't realize how many guys are back here. Holy crap. This is going to go bad. And the police are very much involved with the mob in this game. So you will see that the police are just as bad as the mob. In many cases, they are very, very corrupt. And I'm going to try to fight for my life. Will we survive with our Thompson submachine gun? You gotta love this gun. Rapid fire, up close and personal action, and basically you heal yourself with adrenaline. And you could upgrade your adrenaline over the course of the game. I'm trying to heal myself. I'm getting very lucky so far. So far. Trust me, it's not gonna last. Let's see here. Improvia says, can you shoot while driving? Well, you can actually lock on to tires and that sort of thing and cause vehicles to spin out, so in a way, yes. We saw that a little bit earlier in the live stream. I will archive it for you guys, so if you want to go back and see that, check that out. Man, these cops are going down. There are silenced weapons, you'll notice here. So if you do want to... I said screw it. We're all dying together. I'm taking some of you with me. So that did not go as planned at all. Such a shame. This nighttime looks quite different from the nighttime we were just at. I'm very, very blown away by how different their weather patterns are in this game. Even when it's daytime, there's different looks to it. So they did a great job with that. Let's see here. Does gang management offer an alternative to gangland shootings? That's a very complex question. I am not too sure. Let me see that question again. Does gang management offer? Okay. Maybe. That's what I'll say about that one. I'm going to try to be stealthy here, guys. And show that off to you. We'll see what we can do.
Fuck your mama too.
You're funny, Snowflake. Real fucking funny.
Watch your mouth, fool. Oh, man. 3 headshots in a row. We've got to kill this dude. Where are you running to? Where are you running to? And, yeah, they do leave money on the ground. You'll see that I'm picking it up. It's going into my wallet. And I do have a large bank of $17,400. I'm so rich. But if you do die here, you will drop all the money in your wallet and you will lose it. That's why it's so important to go back to your safe house and deposit your money. Yeah, Eric Smith, the responsiveness with the controls are extremely impressive. You guys will not be disappointed with how good the controls are. I love the controls in this game. They nailed it. Alright, so we are on enemy turf. It lets you know that you are trespassing here. And we're seeing if we need any more weapons. You can grab weapons. You're going to need to, because as you can see, they don't give you much ammunition. They give you only some. Oh man, we're going to take this hillbilly car. Let's do this. Yeah! Rock and roll. In the nighttime, guys. Nighttime. Alright, so. Madisa, welcome to the stream. Jadu, this is actually previously recorded, but I didn't want to showcase it live so I can answer your questions live. So yes, this is from an event I recently went to. They allowed me to capture a ton of gameplay. 2K Games did. I'm so thankful for that. They paid for the full trip. And I got to check out the game for like 6 hours, guys. Quite the dream come true for sure. Wow, there are a ton of you guys in this chat. Like the live stream if you're hyped for Mafia 3. Hit that like button to let the world know that Mafia 3 is coming. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be quite epic indeed. So I'm going to check out this area. I don't know what mission this is. Cannot remember. I was just free roaming like mad. Just having a blast. So this is some laundry. We got to do some laundry today, guys. Got to get the blood stain out of our clothing. I should have called in some backup here to disable the phones. It's something that you can actually do. Now, there are some things. I'm going to move on here soon. No problem, Rhino Riser. Sam Davies, this live stream, yes, will be archived. So if you do miss it, do not worry. Yeah, I'm showing this clip to show off the lockpicking. So there is lockpicking mechanics here. It's very simple. It's not too difficult to get into, but it promotes another way of getting into the building. Good night. You are trespassing. So what? These dudes are all going to die. They look like they're up to no good. Shh. Go to sleep. He was just trying to file his taxes, dang it. Why did you do that? Gravy. Yes, it is quite fun for everyone. Use the silenced SMG. I don't know if you can attach a silencer to the SMG or not, but this guy is going to get a beat down. You can actually interrogate everyone. I'm not going to spoil, excuse me, the story here. So you have several options, though, to kill people or to recruit them to your group. So that is something that you can actually do in Mafia 3. But if you are just joining the live stream, do not worry. I will not be spoiling. Wow, I'm mixing up my words. Spoiling the story at all It's very, very important to Hangar 13 that they keep that untouched, that it is pure in your minds when you first experience Mafia 3. And I'm telling you what, they nailed the story and the characters in this one. I honestly, okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I went into this expecting that maybe I would not like the story because of someone's trying to distract me in chat. You guys are trying to make me laugh. But, yeah, I was expecting the story to be something that was too, you know, too dark, maybe too serious, but I was very surprised with how likable the characters are in this game. It's quite amazing. I was like, wow. You know, it's humorous, and then, you know, things happen in the game that I cannot say, but I would definitely compare the story to Assassin's Creed 2 in that it is a revenge tale that is supported by family and friends, driving you to the passion of the kill. Alright, so now this is like the hub area to where you get your stories, to where you get your story missions for this district. Very, very cool area to access. But we're going to skip what she says because we're not going to spoil the story. And we are moving on. I'm showcasing the hit squads that you can call in here. So you can access a hit squad. They will pull up in a car, as you can see, get out and support you on your endeavor to kill everyone. But I was like, I'm going to own this. I've got my hit squad with me, and it still goes all sorts of wrong. But yeah, you can create absolute war and mayhem. And the reason why that went all sorts of wrong was because of the cops. So we're going to move on. Here, I'm telling you, Fresco Fields, guys, is one of the more difficult districts in the game. Keep that to your memory when you start playing it. Andre says, free roam mode. So... yes, you can free roam at any time, and once you complete the story, you can continue doing side activities, taking on the rest of the challenges in the game world, and they will be supporting this game post-launch. So, once you finish up the game, you will be seeing post-launch support through some story DLCs and free content, so that's cool. Let's see here. Captain, driving is actually excellent. It is actually really, really good. Yeah, Jazik, this is actually pre-recorded, and I wanted to do it live for you guys to answer your questions. If you guys have any questions about Mafia 3, about how the game world works, about gameplay mechanics, throw them in the chat. I will be answering questions for you. I don't even know how to say your name. Your name is like all symbols and weird squiggly lines. Is there multiplayer for the game? No, there is no multiplayer for this game. Right now, they really wanted to build a solid single-player experience. Now, I'm collecting all sorts of stuff. My funds are increasing. I'm looking at all the weapons here. And there's these little areas that are like moonshine camps here that you could take on and destroy, and it really does hurt the rival mobster family.
I'm in Frisco and I could use some supplies.
Going at you. Hang tight.
So if you get stuck in the game and need more ammo, as you can see, I have this shotgun here, but 6 bullets will not work out for me at all. But yeah, I wanted to show this to you guys because absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Look at this sunset. I mean, how does that not drop your jaw? You can see the outline of the trees. I'm so impressed with their lighting. I'm just blown away. I don't know what the engine is called. I should have asked them. What is your engine, guys? It is so impressive. But finally, we have some rain action. A lot of you were wondering about the weather system. This rolled in dynamically, of course. I'm a huge fan of weather systems in open world games. Sometimes they completely neglect them, but Mafia 3 has really pulled off some amazing weather. In fact, when I was over in New Orleans, the weather changed quite often, and the game really does represent that quite well because you'll be seeing it raining one moment, and then it will be clear the next, and it just feels so much like New Orleans. Altier 23, what is the option that pops up above the bodies? So yes, you can lift up the bodies and hide them. You can move them around. So if you don't want to get caught and you're doing a stealth type playthrough, you can move the bodies. And you could loot them, take ammo. Of course, you could take the weapons off the bodies and stuff like that. And we're going to continue exploring. Wow, just look at the game world. I'm going to be quiet for you guys just for a moment so you could really enjoy this beauty that is Mafia 3. Alright, so I'm back. So, Steve Porter says, did you get to play the Xbox One version? Nope, I did not get to play the Xbox One version, but we will be seeing Xbox footage later on. 2K Games was kind enough to provide me with some Xbox One footage. We've got PS4 footage to show off, and then PC footage. So you will be seeing that later in the live stream. Right now, what you are seeing is a high-end PC pushing some amazing visuals, but I did step over and I did get to see some media playing the PS4 version. I really stood there and I was like, oh my god, this looks freaking amazing, even compared to the PC. They really did pull it off, guys. You will not be disappointed. I do not believe with the console versions at all. I was so impressed. And the guy was driving a faster car, which is very important to test in an open world that's streaming this much information to see if the frame rate can keep up. And yes, overall, the frame rate appeared to keep up on the PS4. Sander says, are you a boy? I'm not too sure. Let me check. No, just kidding. Let's see here. Carwin Oliver says, will you be able to customize your character like Mafia 2? So, in this demonstration, there was no customization available, but at launch we will be seeing character customization. You guys are freaking hilarious in the chat. Okay. So I am exploring right now, guys. Just roaming around, having a blast. Emmanuel says, can you customize your hair and clothing? I don't think you can customize your hair. I did not hear anything about that, but I did see some shots of the customization that will be available. I think there was different hairstyles, maybe. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, you will be able to switch up outfits later down the road. Alexander says, what about car damage? The car damage isn't too significant because I don't know how much you want to be roaming around with your car all crippled. But yes, you know, it will get damaged over time, of course. You'll see tires pop and everything. I wanted to show you guys this because if you do fail a mission in this game, you can actually call in some support right there on the spot. You'll respawn outside of the mission. I mean, like right outside the mission. And then you can call in some support here, which makes it extremely easy to get back into the mission, as you can see here. And yes, you can lockpick again, which is nice. I love the stealth elements in this game. They really do promote stealth elements for sure. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this because of the grease gun. This is what I was talking about earlier. This was the only time I got to really use the grease gun. I was like, oh, I found my weapon. I love this weapon. So yeah, it is quite amazing. Absolute chaos. One of the most powerful weapons, at least in my opinion, next to the shotgun in the game. Because this is more of an up-close and personal game. Yes, you can snipe, of course. But you're definitely going to want to find your favorite machine gun for sure. But these are some highlights for you. Showing off this beastly weapon. It is absolute carnage, guys, and craziness. So I don't think I can actually... Let's skip ahead. Yeah, don't know what I can show with certain story stuff. But I wanted to show this grease gun to you guys. And yeah, I was actually getting targeted by a hitman there. Witness is attempting to call me, but what's cool about the police is they kind of operate realistically. The witness will call the cops, and the cops will respond to that area. You see the blue in the mini-map? I have escaped. I've already escaped. So if you're quick enough and you have access to a car, you can evade the cops pretty easily. I know, like, my twin bro Ryan, he's like, I hate cops in games, especially racing games. So they really don't overdo it too much. But if you do want a real challenge, there are difficulties in this game. So I believe there are 3 or 4 difficulties, but you can really up the difficulty for sure. I'm playing it on normal, which is I think the default difficulty, and it's actually quite challenging. As you can see, I only have 1 bar of health, which is located above the mini-map to the lower right of the screen. And I really do need to armor up eventually. But oh yeah, I think we're in the French ward right now. I can actually recognize it simply because I've been to New Orleans now. I can actually say I've been to New Orleans and the French ward. It feels like really you are stepping back in time, and the historian that guided us along the tour of New Orleans said that they have basically said that no one can touch the buildings there. They're not allowed to change the buildings at all. And that is because they really want to keep the history alive. And it's really promoting tourists to come in and check it out. So I think even in like 20 years, that this will be even more so a hot spot for tourists than it is right now for that reason. Lewis, there are boats in the game, but from what I can tell, there are no planes. And I'm randomly punching poor fools. I want to see how aggressive... Wow. What is wrong with me? That's pretty sick, man. That is sick. I did not realize I did that. Like looking back and I'm going, wow, I need to get counseling. But yeah, you can punch civilians. And yes, you can call the switchboard operator to shut off phones to prevent anyone from screaming and calling the cops like the rat they are. As you can see, I am on more of the prostitution type missions here. The missions are divided and color-coded according to themes. So you've got drug, sex, and then the union. But no rock and roll. What? Where's my rock and roll mission? Damn it. But I did want to showcase the French ward here a little bit by car. Just beautiful. See, the frame rate keeps up pretty well with everything as well. I always say that frame rate is king above the fidelity with the game, but they seem to have done both here, which is most impressive indeed. As long as they keep that frame rate above 30 frames per second, I'm going to be very happy, and they did. Oh yes, they did. God Justify says, this is not like Mafia at all. It is like Mafia. It's just a different time period. That is something I was very worried about. Did it feel like Mafia? But it really, really does, because of the family environment. You know, Assassin's Creed also kind of... Assassin's Creed 2, mind you, had this kind of Mafia theme to it. It actually did introduce mobsters, like the early versions of mobsters. But yes, mobsters have ruled the world in many different time periods, and we're getting to see more of the Goodfellas type era of mobsters. If you love mobsters, then you probably love Goodfellas. It's one of my favorite movies, as well as The Godfather. This one more mirrors Goodfellas than The Godfather, of course, because you're going to be dealing with a lot of themes that were also in Goodfellas, like drugs. That's one big theme that you will be seeing in this game. And we are going to be meeting our contact here. I don't think we're going to be taking this mission on, because I don't think we're allowed to do that. There is an NDA for this game, not to spoil certain things. But yeah, I wanted to show you the interiors here. This is one of the areas that you can meet up with Savior Money. It is considered a safe house, and he is your CIA contact and handler who will help you out. And before you go and undertake a mission, you will be asked, hey, are you sure you want to undertake this mission? Because it's going to cut off some of the side activities within this district. So be sure before you undertake a story. But guys, thank you so much for joining the live stream. It is so good to have you all here, my fellow mobsters. If you are enjoying the live stream, smack that like button. Let everyone know that we are having a good time checking out Mafia 3. Having so much fun with you guys, you have no idea. For Dunn, you went straight into the gutter. He's wondering, are there strip clubs? I don't know if it's exactly strip clubs. There are gentlemen joints in this game. So you will be dealing with those themes. I hope I have made you happy, sir. You pervert! What is wrong with you? Oh yeah, this interior is freaking awesome. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to... Am I supposed to show this one? Can't remember. So much guidelines with stuff. So let me check that really fast. See what I can show. I think I can. So this is a really cool interior. I wanted to show that off so that you can see that the interiors are quite amazing. Yes, I am allowed to show this. Yay, good news. So, yeah, I have entered a hostile zone here. And I'm using my vision to check out what they're up to. Your goal in the game is to constantly get to the head honchos. They're the guys controlling the drugs, the sex rings, the operations that you need to control. This is what happens if you don't go to school, kids. This is where your life takes you. Yes, Laser Z, welcome to the chat, man. The game is extremely immersive. And I think a lot of that has to do with also, especially after you play it like I have, the characters are so likable. That was one thing that, again, I was worried about with my playtime. And then I just fell in love with the characters. Even the bad guys you actually kind of really like. There's one bad guy in particular, I'm not going to spoil it, but he's a very likable character, and I think some of the best bad guys are actually likable. You know, like the Joker from The Dark Knight, for instance. He's someone that you actually like in a weird way, and you're kind of like, man, I want to see him on screen more. So I think they've really pulled off that element with the game, definitely. And we're using... Oh yeah, the silenced pistol, because this thing is beastly. It's one of the most accurate weapons in the game. Laser says 10 out of 10 stealth. I'm trying. Alright? I have failed you all. Well, I know. Again, I'm the type of player that really likes to get into the action and see the bullets fly everywhere. So I have healed myself with adrenaline. And I did get to see that, yes, adrenaline is upgradable as you play the game. Uh-oh, Viper Elite is trying to start a war, saying he's waiting for the PC version. He's not too sure about the console versions. Let's just put it that way. So, what version are you guys getting? Mafia 3, 4. Are you getting the PS4 version, the Xbox One version, or the PC version? And I believe we're getting into some of the... Yes, this is actually some of the footage provided by 2K Games. And this is their own footage that they provided. And I haven't really seen much of it. I put it in here, so we're kind of experiencing this together for the first time. But notice when he fires off his weapon, he has a cool hobble animation. Watch, you'll see it. Maybe you'll see it here in just a moment. Yeah, see how he hobbles? It's some of the best animation work I've seen. I'm so impressed with how he reacts to things. Like if you're using a machine gun, you'll see him do a little hobble dance. Like, oh man, I've just got done firing a weapon. It looks like real life, guys. But you can see the insane amount of detail here. This dude is falling asleep. We'll help him along anyway. Why not? Let's see here. So... Lewis, thanks for watching, man. I will see you later, and guys, stay tuned. Immediately after the live stream, I will be publishing a brand new video, and you will be seeing several different videos for Mafia 3 going out on my YouTube channel. Man, we just stealth killed him. I think there are non-lethal options in this game. So let's see here what everyone's saying. Someone's getting Mafia 3 on the GameCube. How's that possible, Joe? What? That's crazy. I wonder what it would look like. 2D side-scroller Mafia adventures. But you can just see how impressive the interiors are. Oh, we're gonna do a one of those kills, guys. Takedowns. Basically, you use the melee button. You've got to hit the target area, and you will perform a brutal takedown. Oh, man, he got us good, didn't he? Half our health is down, and reinforcements are being called in now. What's really cool about reinforcements being called in is it's your chance to call in your kill squad and to have a big epic battle. I did have one of those, but it was happening during a story mission that I could not show. But trust me, guys, when that happens, it is freaking epic. And yes, here they are. The reinforcements are marked with like a lightning symbol above their head. I believe that's what that is. If my vision is not deceiving me. Oh, look at that. He's like no-scope, quick-scoping there. Damn. Where are you running to, poor fool? Yeah, and they've got some good ragdoll physics right there. Oh, man.
Get that stupid son bitch.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Fake Old says this game is a mixture of Watch Dogs and GTA. Or did he say Sleeping Dogs? Hey, if it's a mixture of Watch Dogs and Sleeping Dogs, I love that. Those are some of my favorite games.
But I'm serious, man. You heard about the curse.
So, I mean, this game is looking good. So, here we are. Nighttime, rain conditions, more beautiful interiors here. The detail is astonishing. That dude did not stand a chance. So, let me see if I missed any details for you guys. I'm going to go over my notes for you. If you have any more questions, throw them in the chat. Do not be afraid.
You know Bobby wasn't about to go to no war. And don't let them goddamn heathens and their devil worship nonsense get in your head.
And I am going to be doing an encore of the free roam aspect because a lot of you missed that earlier in the live stream. So that is what I'm going to be doing here in a little bit so you can see the map in its entirety. I will be exploring it and determining how big it is against GTA 5 because there's a lot of new faces here. God. Sounds horrible. Yes, there are Molotov cocktails in this one. Tons of different types of grenades that you can buy and purchase. Hostile zone.
Just doing my job.
Oh, dang. This shotgun is amazing. You gotta love games that have good shotguns. Hopefully we see. I'll get this pulled up over here so I see what I'm doing. Trying to get to my notes. So a lot of you are probably wondering, how do the graphics hold up? Well, obviously, this game is one good-looking game, especially for an open-world game. Even if it was a linear-based game, it's really amazing-looking, especially on foot, as you can see here. The detail, and they really do a good job of making the environment look wet. Now, when you get into a car, there are some pop-ins when exploring, of course, when you're going high speed. You'll get to see that in just a moment. But yeah, everything keeps up very well, especially that frame rate. And I love how I love how there's a diversity between the urban environments and the swamplands. That helps out a ton with this game. Because you can go from like this beautiful swampland type environment that's more foresty, I guess you could say, and wet, and then to these type environments that are more concrete. Oh, headbutt action. You don't want to kill civilians. Trust me. Now, this sentry has been alerted. He is trying to call in backup. So we are going to grenade him. He has been grenaded. This is all footage that's been provided by 2K Games. Some of it is running on the PS4. Some of it is running on the Xbox One. And some of it is running on the PC. Tell me if you can notice the difference. I'm challenging you guys to tell me if you can tell what is what. And if you can't tell, then I think 2K Games and Hangar 13 have succeeded. I really want to explore the swamplands on foot at nighttime. That's something I did not get to do. I was pretty much limited with how much time I had with Mafia 3. So I did want to talk a little bit about the post-launch content some more. So Mafia 3 does not end with the vanilla game. I was kind of surprised by that. I wasn't really expecting much in terms of post-launch content, but that is definitely going to be a thing. We're going to be seeing it in 2 different flavors. Free content Oh man, his body went flying. But we're going to be seeing free content and then paid DLC through a season pass, which is going to be opening up more narrative-driven stories. And if you're wondering what's going on right now, we are taking out this moonshine camp. It is being destroyed. It's going to hurt them a lot because, of course, this is a big driving force behind their economy. You see that they are losing tons and tons of money, and we're trying to get the attention of the nearby mob boss to kill him. X-Man Games is really asking this question. Tons of exclamation points. He asks it twice. Is there any Playboy magazines? He must know. Yes, there are. They return. Do not worry. This has not been neglected. It is a key feature, I'm sure. So yes, you can go around the world and collect and find Playboy magazines.
You about to get fucked.
No, I'm not. You are.
This is the way you die.
And we've got a rescue mission here. I didn't undertake too many rescue missions. I was just busy killing everyone with my time. So this is footage again that they have provided. And that was a counter move right there. You can actually counter them attacking you by pressing Y. I believe this is the Xbox One version that is running right now. And then that would be triangle on the PS4. Man, it's got spraying, some shotgun, scattergun, pellets their way. Did he actually get him? Oh, no, he didn't. I was wondering if he could, like, no-scope him. That guy is down and out. So this place is bloody. Perfect place for an epic battle. Definitely. Whoop, stop. Yes, of course, this game is open world. Yes, definitely. Full-blown open world. We'll be exploring that again in just a moment. I'm doing an encore of the free roam, exploring the entire map by one of the fastest cars that I found in the map. So you will be seeing that in just a moment. And this dude needs to be rescued. You can see he has had a rough go of it. For sure. Matt White says, opinion on Lincoln. I think he's a great character. You know, we see him in the trailers depicted as an angry, angry man. And that's basically all you guys get to see from him. But from my time playing the first 4 hours of the story, he's a very likable character. For sure. And like you, I was kind of worried about that. And they really did nail down the family atmosphere with Lincoln Clay, that he has his own type of family that he goes to, that he depends on, and then you are thrown into a revenge tale from there. And he does get angry. Yes, he does get angry. Hello there, DJ Crocodile. Welcome to the live stream. Bear Grylls says, can you go to Los Santos in this game? That'd be amazing. I've actually heard rumors, and these are like complete utter rumors, that there could be like little Easter eggs to the next Red Dead. Who knows? That would be amazing. That's like complete rumors. See his hobble move? Like, the animations are amazing, how he reacts after shooting. I haven't seen many games do that. One game that I think did something similar is Uncharted 4, the Uncharted franchise, so I wonder who did the animation work on this game. They did a superb job. Thank you, animator. Ooh, that was a blind fire shotgun shot right there. Oh, they're going flying. As you can see, they react completely differently, dependent on the weapon you are using. And we've killed a very important, high-value target there. And we get rewarded with a massive explosion, because you gotta love explosions. But yeah, right now I'm highlighting some more of the ground-based gameplay, which is not by car, because I wasn't showing that off earlier, and a lot of you guys did want to see that. So we are showing that off now. That dude was trying to call in support. Or maybe someone is still trying to call in support. And we are sabotaging something. Oh boy, it's working out. We've got a fire. Yeah, so one thing I'm really surprised about with this game is how it keeps up with visual effects like the fire you see there. There's not really any major slowdowns in the game, which I'm just still blown away by. The engine they are using is crazy good, and I cannot wait to see what Hangar 13 continues to produce in the future. You know, the creative director on this game, Hayden Blackman, also helped make Force Unleashed, Star Wars Force Unleashed, which I'm a huge fan of. Like, I could not believe he was making an open world game, so I was like, hell yeah, this is gonna be sick. Here we go. I think we're destroying cars. Now, Lincoln, I do not agree with this. These cars are beautiful. What is wrong with you? Dude McCoy, sorry, asks, is there a co-op function in this game so you can play with friends? Nope, this is a strictly single-player game. Which I think is for the better, because they really didn't thin out too many of the gameplay features and just do too much all at one time. You got to really nail down your first game that you do as a studio and then expand upon it throughout the years, and they are really doing a good job with how they are managing that. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you these interiors. This is actually my gameplay. We're back onto my gameplay. It is so crazy impressive. We've got, I think this is like a gentleman's club here. Don't want to show too much of the gentleman's club. I think I cut out some stuff, but yeah, there are more mature themes in this game. But there are also hidden weapons as well. And now we are back to free roaming here. Ari Michael 98 says haircuts. I actually need a haircut in real life, but yes, customization is coming post-launch, guys. Not too sure if that includes haircuts or not, but what it does include is outfit swapping. Because initially they were like, hey, we're going to have it where the narrative decides what outfit you wear, and I kind of like said, hey guys, you know, in my videos I was like, you should possibly have it where there's more customization options in this game. A lot of people gave feedback and said, hey, we really want customization, and they are listening. They are really in tune to their community, which is great. I mean, fantastic. So they are going to be adding that feature, as well as free races and free weapons. I can actually pop up the free weapons, but I think I would lose my spot in the live stream, now that I think about it. Or, no, I... Let me show you guys some of the free weapons. Okay, so this is the DLC that is coming. So we've got car customization that is coming to Mafia 3. This is like a preview of what to expect. Cannot wait to see how extensive this is. We've got races, free weapons. These are some of the free weapons we can expect. I can't recall the release date. I'm going to try to provide that info in the description below, but it will be a couple weeks after launch or immediately after launch. And then we've got some really cool new paid DLC. This is where you go after a corrupt sheriff. It's going to have a lot of racing themes in it. This is going to be about some sort of cult. This is like the second DLC, paid DLC as part of the season pass. Looks very, very creepy. Love the look of this one. And this one, which I cannot wait to try, is about a Vietnam buddy returning to New Bordeaux, and you are hunting him down. So things are going all sorts of wrong there. And you can see one of the outfits there that you will be able to try out. Back to the free roam action. So you guys haven't seen much of the swamplands by car, at least this area. And this, guys, let me tell you, this looks exactly like the area that we were taking on bus in New Orleans when we were on the swamp tours. I mean, this looks precise. It is crazy how they got this down to this level of detail. Most impressive indeed. But we've got some trouble here. I've got the option to kill these dudes, and you know what? I was like, I'm gonna do it. Hell yeah. We're gonna kill him in just a moment, but you can see the map there. We haven't seen it in a while. And we're gonna try taking these guys out. I want to use a grenade, see if I can pull it off. They noticed. It's not working. gotta heal yourself quickly. We've got a fire that has been started. This is a messy takedown. Damage complete. I think because we have done that, we are luring out the mob boss. That's an innocent civilian up there, so we won't kill them. Run for your lives! This guy is still in the car. Ooh, he's dead. He dropped his weapon on the ground. Ouch. Christopher Kalin says, can you hold up stores? You can rob them. I don't know if you can, like... I think you could just go in and rob them. They will react to you like you are holding up a store. So, yes. Yes, you can. I don't know if you can rob banks, though. If you robbed banks, I imagine there would have to be some sort of story purpose to that. So, guys, thank you so much for joining the live stream again. Really, really appreciate it, guys. See you all in the comments. We've got Hannah, Jeff, Cody, X-Day Cards, who is saying that he is ready with his GTX 1080. The Real Dark Lord asks, do dead bodies despawn like in the previous game? You know what? I didn't notice that, actually. I think they stay for quite a while. Yeah, so they pile up. Cody says, can you refill your gas tank in your cars? Nope, you don't have to worry about that. You do not have to worry about micromanagement in that way. But yeah, we're going to explore a little bit more here throughout the game world, and we're going to get back onto free roaming the entire map by car, because that was shown off here at the beginning of the live stream and I did not get to show it off again. Uh-oh, we've got a retaliation. Crap. We got major problems here. Should go alligator hunting. You could really mess with the alligators in this game. Into the tunnel we go. Bruce B says, bust out some free copies of the game. I should try to get you some free copies. I should definitely do a giveaway for you guys. I may actually consider doing that. That is a very good idea. Like this video if you are wanting a giveaway for Mafia 3. I'm going to try to obtain something for you guys. Or do it on my own. You guys are awesome, so great to have you guys here. Hey, Dirty Dozen 13, thank you for joining. This is your first stream with me? Awesome. Yeah, I plan to live stream a lot more on open world games, so be prepared. It's going to be awesome. And there's going to be a lot of videos going out shortly. Sedan 57 Chevy, that was asked earlier in the live stream, but it is a good question because it deals kind of with Mafia 2. Do the cops worry about you speeding? No, they really don't. You can speed right by them. This game is a little bit more forgiving than Mafia 2, which I think is great. It makes it a lot more fun. But here we are, guys. We're rolling up on this amusement park, this roller coaster here. I'm like, what in the world is this? Where in the world did this come from? Am I going to see a dinosaur? Is this Jurassic Park? And it's flooded. It appears to be flooded. So yeah, that's pretty cool. New Orleans was actually dealing with flooding when I was down there. The rain was going, and that sucks, to say the least. I'm in Arizona where it's nice and dry. So we don't have much flooding. And we're roaming around here. We cannot get in. Dang it. I am almost certain this will end up being some sort of badass story mission. I'm like, I bet you anything we will be torturing some dude on this roller coaster. That would be really cool, actually. If you can actually do that in a story mission. Who knows? Let's leap on over. Get through this swampy area here, and I'm deciding if I'm going to keep the current car. It's a little bit slower, so I am going to go with the supercar I don't know if this is considered a late game reward, but it is one of the fastest cars in the game. Alligators! I wanted to showcase this to you guys in case you missed it earlier. Alligators are very much a threat if you are not prepared for them. Man, oh man, they are deadly. I feel bad, though. What is wrong with me? Bruce B, you're in Phoenix? Wow. You're like half hour away or something. Hello, my fellow Arizonian. Still 1925 says, hey Open World Games, glad you're streaming this. After a racket is taken, do your people actually hang out there like in The Godfather? Yes, they do. I took over a racket earlier. I couldn't show that because it's part of an NDA thing. I cannot show certain things, but I can at least tell you that they did hang around and just guard the area. And it becomes your safe house. Once you take over a key location, it becomes your safe house. Henning Heen says, what about the music? Do you have some sort of radio? I believe you do have a radio. The music is top-notch, guys. It is crazy good. You will not be disappointed. Here we see some of the stealth mechanics. Snapping necks. Taking out these dudes around this church. Because this is how we go to church here in Mafia 3. Pretty sick. And this guy can be interrogated. I can't show you that because... spoilers! I'm so paranoid about spoiling stuff. This is what I was talking about earlier. You can shoot out tires of anyone you are pursuing. Very cool mechanic. Spin them out. But we've gotten the attention of some witness. Dang you. These guys are trouble. These trucks were kind of in The Godfather. Like, you can go and take them out. But in The Godfather, you were supposed to actually collect them and park them. And steal the actual booty, I guess you would say. I can't find the word. Terrible word choice, Robbie. What is wrong with you? So, Darth Vader, you guys, this is actually not 100% live. I was actually privileged enough to go and travel to New Orleans thanks to 2K Games who paid for the trip, and they said, hey, here's some footage. Take it with you, and I also got to record my own gameplay. This right here is my own gameplay that you are seeing right here. But I wanted to do this live to answer your questions for you guys, so if you do have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Let's see here. Robert 20, this is the PC version. I'm just using a controller. Because I was raised on the consoles. Actually, that's partially true. I actually played a lot of RTS games on the PC. So here we go, guys. We're going to free roam once again. A lot of you are wondering how big the map is. You know, I'm going to throw down $60 for this game. The map better be damn big, right? So how does it compare to GTA 5? So commence free roaming goodness here. We're going to start out in the southern swamplands. And we are using one of the fastest cars in the game. So if you are in a muscle car or one of the older era style cars, it will be probably a lot slower than this and take a little bit more time. So just keep that in mind. But again, GTA 5 exploring the map in this manner probably takes around 10 minutes roughly. So we'll see how that compares to GTA 5 in just a moment and calculate that, because I have timed this for you guys. It takes roughly 9 minutes or 10 minutes, depends on the car you are in. Since this is such a fast car, it's going to take you 9 minutes. If it was a muscle car, it would take you 10 minutes or 10 minutes 30 seconds, something like that. Carlos, there is no multiplayer. This is a single player experience. Shock top, yes, cars do have somewhat of a damage model to them, but it's not like too harsh. You want to keep your car nice looking, I think. So we're going to head to the north. And you'll see that the districts here are color-coded. Some are not color-coded. Those are the districts we have taken over. And they are color-coded because they deal with certain themes in the game, like drugs, sex, and then the Union, which the Union, as I remember, is yellow. Look at those God rays. This kind of reminds me of Indiana, going through these bridges. I grew up in Indiana. Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. And this car is so freaking fast. And you know what? I want to race this car, and I am thrilled to hear they're going to be adding racing missions to Mafia 3 for free. They're going to start out with a couple of them and then keep expanding them, but it's going to add so much to the game. That's one thing that I like absolutely require is some sort of racing side activity in my open world game, especially if there's some awesome cars. I remember one of the Saints Row games was like, screw it, we're not adding racing. I was like, what? What the hell, man? So yeah, you gotta have everything in your game if you're gonna promote it as an open world game. And Mafia 3 pretty much has all of the expected crazy awesome side activities, and they gel really well with that narrative that I love so much with this game. We are pushing some major speeds. You're gonna see some carnage here in just a moment, because it's gonna get crazy. Holy crap. So yeah, that was a retaliation. If some of you are just joining the live stream, the retaliations are basically where mobsters will send out someone to you. They are trying to kill you. It is an assassination attempt on your life. I mean, can you imagine living like this? People actually lived like this. Like, I've seen the stories on the History Channel. I'm a huge fan of the History Channel and watching the Mafia Tells. And my God, I can't even imagine being this paranoid about just driving through town or something. It would be absolutely crazy. But yeah, they send out retaliation squads to you. You actually have your own hit squad you can use to fight back. And another way you fight back is by also taking over districts one at a time. But the more you do that, the more you piss them off. And if you're worried about how difficult this game is, there are difficulty settings. Oh crap. We've got a cop. You got to be super paranoid when it comes to those cops. So we're going to travel to the west now. But yeah, the hit squads are awesome in this game. You could really create some epic battles, some huge street wars in this game. Definitely. Let's see here. Yeah, Kara says Mafia 1 was the best. So I remember Mafia 2 coming out, and I was like, holy crap, this is going to be insane to have the best in terms of the cinematic story missions, but they really kind of lacked with the open world structure of the side missions, the freedom and stuff like that. And Mafia 3 is really offering both the cinematic tell, that movie-like experience with amazing set-piece moments, and then they are going to be having, you know, full-blown open-world side activities that you can explore, racing down the road. You'll be able to swap your outfits post-launch. Then you've got assassination missions, rescue missions. It's crazy how much stuff you can do in this game, and there's a full-blown rotation of more realistic activities related to the narrative. It all ties well with that narrative story. It's very, very well done. So we are trying not to hit head-on cars. And that was actually a cop. I was driving the wrong way on the road, and you can see how forgiving the cops are. Oh, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Okay, that's a good question. So Fate Price says, can you talk a little bit more about how the police work in Mafia 3? So, kind of just described how, you know, they aren't too aggressive to you. I believe there are heat levels in the game, but the thing you really have to worry about with police is this one right here. There's one. Yeah, so I just went right by him, as you can see how forgiving they can be at times. I'm just speeding right by him. I could be a drunk for all he knows. Now we are going to head south. But as I was saying, the police are a lot more excuse me, I need a drink eventually. Aggressive when you get into Fresco Fields and the more Richie Rich type neighborhoods, because they are working with the mob there. They are working with the more, like, I guess you would say, white supremacy groups, because you are black in this game. You are African American. You are Lincoln Clay, also a Vietnam veteran. So you're dealing with a lot. You know, when the vets returned from Vietnam, they were also hated. So he's getting double the hate. And you kind of feel the oppression when walking around a park or something. Something simple. You're like, wow, this park is beautiful. And then someone will walk up to you and say, get the hell out of here. You do not belong here. And you're experiencing that sort of threatening racism firsthand, which is just freaking awful. So I think Hangar 13 did a great job with that theme and representing that well. I really haven't seen this theme tackled like this in this manner in a game, like, at all. So it's very brave of Hangar 13 to really do something more realistic and different. But you'll notice that it has turned to nighttime here as we have been free roaming the game. Man, it is beautiful. This looks like it's a little bit wet here in the swampland region. So as you can see, the day-night cycle takes about, I would say, 10 minutes to get through, which I think is a perfect length. I hope they do not adjust that too much. I like my day-night cycles to be super fast. And here we are, guys. We made it to the end of the map exploration again. Nicely done, caller. Aaron, yes, we will be hearing the N-word in this one. Yes, it is super in-tuned to realism. And here's some random clips that 2K Games did provide to me.
Show me what you got.
You can get your weapons here. You got assault rifles. Submachine guns. You can upgrade them.
You know how to find me.
Prep yourself before going into battle. I did not get to explore this area, so I was really excited when I saw that they gave me some footage. I was like, ooh, little surprise here. So, yeah, we're going to stealth our way through here. Lincoln Clay is a badass. I really do like his character. He grew on me big time. Man, that dude went down easy. This gun is super accurate from any distance. As you can see, it is like a sniper pistol. Damn. That is crazy. So guys, if you are enjoying this live stream, smack that like button. I will be providing you guys with a ton more gameplay. Some really exclusive stuff here today. You better believe it. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Because we're going to be taking a look at free roam more in a more condensed down video. So if you did miss anything, you're going to be seeing a more high quality version of the video. That's 1080p, super high quality. So do not worry, that is coming to the channel. And there's several videos. I'm going to be talking about every gameplay feature imaginable in this game. But this is more of a chill, relaxed live stream. I wanted to talk to you all, see you all in the live stream. Tony, that is a really good question. Is random AI conversation interesting? It's funny you should mention that, because I was on this mission and doing stuff like this and heard two guards talking about Lincoln Clay, the character you play as, and they were not happy with how things were going for them. They really, really wanted to get rid of Lincoln. But here is one of the takedown moves that you can do. Don't yell. Everything's going to be okay. No, it's not. Lincoln's going to just kill every one of your friends. Oh, now this is one of the rifles in the game. I did not get to mess with this. Kind of jelly. Looks pretty badass. Let's see here. Yes, the jacket physics are really cool. I am noticing that right now too. They flow. They do a good job with basically everything in this game. I can see that this can be described as a passion project by the dev team, Hangar 13. Ooh, using a submachine gun here. Kind of looks like an MP7, but I don't know if it's a Mach 9 or kind of missed what that was. Oh man, his guts have been ripped out. yes, you can choose how you play this game. It's not like you're going to do stealth and be forced into doing a stealth mission, and then suddenly the game decides to quit on you if you are discovered. That's not ever going to happen in Mafia 3, because I hate when that happens. 12 Unifew. There is a simulation handling option, yes, in Mafia 3 for the cars. That's what I actually ended up using. I preferred that. I don't know why. It just felt so much better to me. So try out the simulation option, guys, when you actually get the game. Because it really does work well. Oh, man. That wasn't even a headshot, and he went down instantly.
Couldn't sleep. Hair started falling out.
No one even noticed.
Oh, yeah? So why'd he shoot himself?
Listen to me. That poor son bitch got drafted. You know Bobby wasn't about to go to no
So you can hear some of the conversation there that was asked previously. I wanted to let you guys listen to that a little bit. So yeah, there are conversations that go on as you explore the game world. They are pretty interesting, and some of them are humorous as well. Like, you'll be listening and they will be talking about you, and you'll be like, you both are about to die. I'm like right behind you. What the hell? Oh man, that is not a good way to go. That is freaking awful. They are burning alive. What the hell? Michael English says, can you buy houses? There are safe houses. We've got some, a drug area going on here, like a drug factory. They're all masked up. Everything goes. Everything must be destroyed. So you can see up in the top left corner, the money is going down. What in the world does that mean? That means we are hurting this district and this mob operation. We're taking away their funds and their monies. Now, if you are caught trespassing, they will not ask you, what are you doing here? Get out. They will just start opening up and shooting up on you. But no. He's down and out. So yeah, that looked like it was an assassination mission right there. Tossing grenades. Now, grenades are upgradable in the game. I think you can upgrade to carry more. I just prefer sticking with my guns. And there are Molotov cocktails and other explosive options like C4. So you can, you know, lure them in. And yes, there is whistling, so you can hide around a corner. Plant some C4, lure them in slowly, and then, bam, you can murder them. 1 Inch Moon says, can I decide to choose no one in the 3 families? Actually, you do have to choose, as I recall. You just can't leave a district unmanned. You've got to choose.
I'm done playing with this asshole.
Yes, Teppy, yep, I'm showing this for anyone that just joined the live stream. I'm rotating around to some footage that a lot of you may have missed. Some of you are just joining. This footage is awesome. Look at this area. Nighttime in the swamplands. How creepy. I guess there are comparisons to be had to GTA, which is good. Ethan says, how is he playing the game already? Well, actually this is pre-recorded footage that I'm showcasing live to answer your questions. And I was actually flown out by 2K Games to check out Mafia 3 to go hands-on with it. I've shown off my hands-on footage to you guys previously. And this is footage that 2K Games also provided to me. Happy to do it. Thrilled that they paid for the trip, the hotel, and everything. Quite amazing they did that to me. I'm like, what? What? Me? Why? I feel so loved. Man, explosions everywhere. Oh, that took quite a bit of money away from them. Wow. Moonshine is worth a lot, guys. Everyone is addicted to their booze. Drew, you want me to feed someone to the alligator? You're evil. What is wrong with you? Yeah, I'm wondering if you can actually do that. I did showcase some of the alligator stuff earlier in the live stream and throughout the live stream. I'm almost certain that that could be possible to feed alligators to people to the alligators. Wow. I'm reading your chat. I'm trying to read the chat and speak and look at the gameplay all at once. And it's like 2 hours into the live stream now. So my brain some days freezes up here.
Get away from here!
Okay, let's see here. This dude needs to be rescued. Poor guy. Bear Grylls says, can you be a woman in this game? No, you are playing as Lincoln Clay. So, that is how the story is being told from his perspective.
We getting shot up!
Steve Hinckley says, is there first person? That is a very good question. No, there is no first person in this game. Do you guys want first person? How important is it that there's first person in a game like this to you guys? I actually prefer my open world games to be third person because you can see the changes to your character, especially if there's detailed customization options. It's extremely important to an open world game in terms of keeping it fresh and fun, so you can constantly just have a blast. Tony Way says, another question, can police chase another random AI that commit crime? I don't believe so. I think they're more in tune to you. You're the trouble. You are the trouble. Yeah, yo Mix, yeah, the third person is excellent. I mean, you got amazing clothing physics here. Jeremy says, how far did I get through the story during my 6 hours? I don't believe that far. I don't think it was too far. I had quite a bit of ways to go. I was actually only given like 3.5 to 4 hours to play the story. And even after that time frame, you were still learning new things. New gameplay mechanics were constantly being rolled out to you throughout the story. So they were teaching you how sit-downs work. You basically take over a district, and then you sit down with your mob bosses, your lieutenants, and you decide who is going to take over the district. And by doing so, you're given perks associated with the person that you choose. So Vito has his own perk tree, Cassandra has her own perk tree, and Burke does as well. Burke is more like in tune to the cars of the game, the racing and stuff like that. So if you're really into that, you kind of want to assign Burke some districts for sure. Tony Way, we actually did a comparison versus GTA 5 map. So there's no like direct way to compare them, like overlay the images or something like that. But what I did do is explore the map, the entire map, much like GTA 5. GTA 5 takes about 10 minutes, as I recall, by a high-powered vehicle, a very fast vehicle, and then Mafia 3 takes about the same time, 9 to 10 minutes. So that gives you some idea there. So the map is not small, in my opinion. It's definitely not small, and you've got these intricate buildings to go into and check out. Let's see here. The Snake Delta, the game is a beast. Now, Sentry has been alerted. That means he's trying to call in backup. So we're going to destroy these filing cabinets. Manual says, can you blow off limbs? I remember that was a feature in Call of Duty World at War. But no, you cannot blow off limbs. That was a crazy feature. Super violence. Manual wants super violence. He's like, this is tame for him. I demand more limbs flying everywhere. Nam Nika says, what are the system requirements? Once I find out that information, I will try to provide it for you. But I don't know if that's been posted. But this was definitely running on a very, very high-end PC. Cameron Walker, can you enter buildings? Well, we are kind of entering a building here. You can't enter all of the buildings, of course. That would be too much on this game. It's too much artwork. It'd be too much on Hangar 13, the dev team. They'd be like, we'll never get this game done. But, yeah, some buildings are explorable, as you can see here. There was a gentleman's club earlier that you could go into. A lot of the rackets you take over, you can revisit. They add safe houses. Man, explosions in this game. Crazy! Yes, Naked Dream, yes, you can drive boats. They're awesome. I've showcased them, but I will be posting videos of that soon. So once this live stream ends, don't leave Open World Games. You will be seeing tons of content releasing immediately after the live stream to really celebrate Mafia 3. But here is the Gentleman's Club, I believe. I can't show all of it. Don't want to get in trouble. Because it's pretty risque, but here's one of the alligators. If you missed this earlier, we're going to rotate back onto that. This is my gameplay. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to pet this guy. He looks like he needs a hug. It did not work out, guys. I should have let him eat me. Dang it. I wonder if there was like an eating animation or a rolling animation where he takes you under the water, because they don't eat you outright. They latch onto you, drag you under the water while rolling, and then drown you, and then eat you. So there's some detail about that. But again, the difficulty can get crazy here in Fresco Fields. Absolutely mind-blowingly crazy. So guys, I'm rotating back onto the same footage here. I don't know if you guys mind that or not. I don't want to bother you too much, but let's see. What are you guys saying? Madison CCA says, what are you using the money for? What do you use money for in this game? So you use money to purchase weapons, upgrade them, and stuff like that, buy body armor. Trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. Yeah, it's pretty much to maintain your combat efficiency, I guess you could say. No, you cannot run out of fuel, Other M. Thankfully, that's kind of a pain in the butt. I don't want to micromanage. This is not like a survival game, keeping your car alive. Yes, KF more, you can kill civilians in this game. Sector, this is not on easy mode. This is actually normal. And there are several different difficulties. No, the game is not out yet, Alex. It comes out October 7th on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Night Wonder, what do I think of the driving? The driving is excellent. It depends on what car you're in. Like, this car is going to be more weighty. And then you've got your more supercars, which handle really, really well, which I'm calling in right now. So this is one of my favorite cars, which you are about to see. But it handles like a beauty. And it's a speed demon.
Here's your car, boss.
That's
Funny Sturst. Yes, I do read the chat. Oh my. So yeah, this is me exploring once again. And I think that is going to about do it for the live stream, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the live stream. Had a total blast showcasing this gameplay for you guys. Again, stay tuned here to Open World Games. Subscribe if you are new, because you will be notified of a ton of Mafia 3 videos coming out immediately after this live stream. So hang tight, guys. There's going to be an absolute blowout today of all things Mafia 3. So happy that I have the chance to do this for you guys. It is a real privilege, and I cannot wait for you to get your hands on this game. I think you guys will really enjoy it, especially if you're into open world games like I am, if you're into Mafia Tales. single-player centric games for sure, this is going to be one of the hits, I personally think, of this year. As long as it's not buggy, but as you can see, you know, from my time with the game, it wasn't really buggy. It was a high-quality game. They polished it for the most part. I did run into one bug, but it was just one minor issue throughout my entire, 6 hours of playtime, which is pretty impressive. So they pulled it off, I think, guys. Cannot wait to see the reception of this one. If it gets bad reception, I'd be very surprised. I don't think it will. No problem, still 1925. No problem. Vanilla Gorilla, I will answer that question before I leave. He asks, is there a penalty upon dying? Yes, there is actually a penalty. You have to worry about what's in your wallet. So if you have money in your wallet, you will lose that money. So you got to go to your safe house often and deposit it to your safe. So remember that. Or you will be crying if you have tons of money in your wallet. Which I think... Do I have $5 grand? How is that even possible? That's irresponsible, guys. Really stupid. Dr. Rainbow, thank you so much for the compliment. I'm really glad you are enjoying the channel. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned here to Open World Games, of course, because it is going to be crazy. I'm going to be offering some awesome gameplay, for sure. I wish I could live stream more, but I don't want to irritate you guys by rotating over the same footage over and over again. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'm looking at your comments just in case if there's any more questions. I guess I could just take questions right now because you guys are asking some important questions here. Let's see here. Teppy says, are there motorcycles? I did not notice motorcycles. What? You know what? I don't think there are motorcycles from what I... Oh, wait just a second. I think here. No. No, I did not notice any motorcycles in the game. You haven't seen any as I travel along the roads. Hopefully they consider adding that down the road. Let's see. Yes, still 1925. This is single player only. Mr. Orgato, this is single player only, yes. In Office Burn, there are no planes or helicopters to fly. I don't think Steve Hickley, I don't think there are mini games like poker in this game. I remember that being asked, and no, as I recall, I don't believe so. Yeah, Marcus, the graphics are impressive. They're so pretty. Shahi, who? Oh, okay, that's the name. Fault Out. Why not have a radio? Well, there is a radio, of course, but you got to worry about copyright strikes on YouTube, so screw that. There's amazing music in this game. Do not worry. The music is absolutely superb. It's to the time period. I don't know how they pulled off such good songs, but they did. It's extremely important to when you're cruising around. You got a good song playing, and they do a good job also tying it in with the story. There were several moments where key songs would play and it would directly relate to what's happening on screen, and it just put a smile on your face, that level of detail. Yes, Deus Al, this game does have full-blown weather in it. It's all seamless. It's got a day-night cycle. You can see here that's slowly turning to nighttime.